friends.
Hello, our friends.
We have got 2 sets of watercolors.
Should we explain though? The reason that we've got these is because these are what we believe to be the best watercolors for, like, I don't know, like beginners or starting out, and in many ways the best sort of watercolors for your money too. These are the Kuretake Gansai watercolors, right?
12 colours in this one.
I think there's 36 in this one.
I got this one as a present for Adam because there's colour swatches in the top because he's colourblind.
Yours?
Oh, but we haven't done the colour swatches on this one.
But like, if you're colourblind, like myself, those things, these, are like genius. It's amazing.
We might as well use a set each, so do you want to use the bigger set or the small set?
I'll use the one that doesn't have the hair in it.
Oh, okay. My aesthetic is hairy paint today.
Oh, look how clean they are. Oh my god. Well, the reason why is because of this, so
Yeah,
I'll be able to use these.
One of my favourite things about like these paints is that, let me just show you, you can pop the pans out and they are huge. Let me show you it compared to like a Winsor & Newton colour pan.
Oh god, it's like four half pans?
Like, quantity counts for quite a lot.
Yeah, it's a big boy.
The reason I'm showing you the Winsor & Newton set in comparison, let me show you it, is because this was like my first ever watercolour palette that I bought myself as like a beginner. And let me show you one of the things that I don't like about this set. Because say you're going for a walk or whatever,
That sounded terrifying.
I know.
Oh no, that's
Ta-da!
terrible.
So this is why I didn't want to get Adam a paint set like this, because I could never keep this one in order, and it's one of the reasons why I don't really use it. I love the actual palette itself, it's really cute, but I think because it's got like this sort of dome shape to the top, like it sort of curves up slightly.
Yeah.
I will have this finished up by the end of this video, I promise you guys. I am not letting a colour swatch thing go untouched. I want to show people like how... Look, I'm really shaking this around.
But it always stays in place.
Yeah, there's like a little plastic sheet thing there. And
That's-
everything's perfectly in place.
Yes.
So that is a big reason why I like these.
My paints are secure, I feel secure. It's great.
I'll put a link to them all like down below so you can check them out.
Okay, so now that swatching's out of the way.
Before you dismiss my swatching,
Oh my god, already? Okay, yes.
I was wondering if you could just put like a picture overlay of what I did with all these swatches.
Oh yeah, okay, I'll put it on the screen.
I worked hard on those swatches. I didn't want to use up the entire camera battery on like recording me just swatching, but
And you wouldn't let me you wouldn't let me cut out the swatching, so you got like a tiny little snippet.
you guys saw like 3 seconds of that swatching. That was like an hour of delight.
You did do a really, really good job. Speaking of good jobs, I'm also really proud of these knees. Let me tell you, the knees are really hard to draw, honey. Don't underestimate a good knee.
I'm trying to think if my characters even have knees, but they sort of have like noodle joints most of the time, I think.
But we're getting like off topic. Anyway, these paints, right? That's what the video's about, not knees, paints. I think these paints, in all honesty, are probably some of the best paints, well, for starters, for like me, because granted I don't know very much about watercolour. The amount that you get for the money as well is also really good. I'll put on screen the money.
Definitely money-wise, the quality's decent for the price of them.
The one thing to note with the consistency I find is that they are quite thick. I don't know whether that I don't know if that will mean it. Like you guys might not even care, but I water these down like so much.
Oh, so you reckon like the quite like pigmented?
Yeah, I think I think that, and the texture and stuff of them super thick.
You know, that's one of the things that I really like about it, because the Winsor & Newton ones that I was showing before,
yes,
I feel like I need so much like water in it. You have to really smack it around with the brush
Oh my god!
to like release the pigment out.
You're beating the devil out of it.
Whereas with these ones, it's like you can have a fairly dry brush and you just scrape it along the top and it picks up so much colour.
Yeah, I mean, they do, like, I mean, I suppose because of how big the pans are, like we've shown you guys, but they last for such a long time. The two sets that we shown and are using in this video, we've had for like at least, what, 2 years? And there's only tiny little dents in each of the pans as well.
Yeah, the pans have like a fistful of colour.
Wow, they should put that on their branding, shouldn't they?
Kuretake, put that on your box.
Fistful of colour, sounds very aggressive. Oh, one thing I wanted to note as well, this orange that I'm using, I had to mix myself because I was using the small set and there wasn't an orange. I had to ask you, does red and yellow make orange?
In case you didn't know, Adam's colourblind, so this is the kind of thing that he asks quite a lot. So in his like little swatch page that I made for him, I've made notes of like, I've wrote like the names of the colours on each.
On each one, yeah.
And I've also made notes of which ones could work as like skin tones.
Yeah, and like how to mix them and stuff, which is great because skin tones are, and you'll know that because we've talked about it in the Decadent set that we use, the skin tone one. Skin tones are probably one of the hardest things for me to mix and to look good.
Yeah, it's like one of Adam's nemesis.
Yeah, just mixing a really good screen tone.
Screen tone.
Mixing a really good skin tone is really tough, and you'll see on this one what I ended up doing was I didn't mix one. I used like the red and really watered it down. So she might look a little bit sunburnt, but I figured that.
Oh no, I think like a light pink wash can work.
You think it works okay? Oh, okay, then cool. I was also really proud of the little fox-tipped ears that I did. I was trying to do wet on wet technique, which I can't do, but these paints are very good at.
And the paper that we're using as well, it's Arches watercolour paper, which is fairly fancy paper. I didn't realise that that's what we were using.
I wasn't going to tell you.
Through the video.
Hey, if I told you we were going to use the fancy watercolour paper, you would have been like, I can't use this.
Yeah, I was like halfway through my drawing and I was like, wow, it's taking like a while to dry and it's doing like really fancy wet on wet techniques, which I don't normally do in my work. And he was like, oh yeah, it's the Arches paper. And I was like, oh, you betrayed me. How could you just like whip that out and not tell me that that's what we're using?
Yeah, guys, if you want to have a successful art career with your partner, don't just randomly whip out art supplies or anything else for that matter.
So what was the inspiration behind like your drawing?
Oh well, basically on stream, I'll put on screen our URL because we stream a lot actually on Twitch at the moment, and I've been doing a series of like animal inspired like characters. Like this was obviously a fox, which I haven't done before until today. I've also done a guinea pig, a sloth.
Oh, there was a giraffe.
There was a giraffe one, yeah. There was a cat one. There was a dog one.
Are you gonna put any up on screen?
Yeah, I can do. Guys, if there's nothing on screen, it's because I got lazy. But I'll try and find one. I'll try and find one that's really cute to put on screen.
If not, they're on like his Instagram or his Twitter or something.
Oh yeah, we should plug social media at some point. Speaking of social media, guys, here is our Instagram featured artist of today's video.
Oh, I thought you were going to rant about social media.
Oh no, this is all positive.
Oh, let's just rant about how good this artist is.
Yeah, guys, so if you want to be in a chance we've been featured in a video, you know what to do. Tag us on Instagram or Twitter with something that you've drawn, preferably us, and we will, there's a chance that we might feature it in the video for you. Do you also like my panning shot, do you? I love panning things. I could never pan stuff in the past, but now, because we use a tripod, I'm panning everywhere. I'm panning left, right, up and down.
Does it pan around on my video?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Yes,
just because like when I was recording, I wasn't using any fancy techniques. I just went, you can see my dressing gown in shot.
Oh, come on, honey. It's no secret to the people that watch our videos that you draw in a dressing gown. You've done it in videos before.
Well, just so you know, I was very comfortable while I was drawing this. Look how fluffy that sleeve is. Can
we talk about then what was your inspiration for this? Because I was not expecting this when you showed me it.
Okay, so one of my favourite things to do with like my entire life is Kindle daily deals. Sounds like a sponsorship, it's not, but that would be like my dream
Sponsor us, Kendall.
Because you can get books for like 99p.
Okay.
And the other day I managed to pick one up that was about cactuses. Or would you say cacti?
Yeah. Oh, okay. This suddenly makes so much more sense.
Yeah, and I was thinking, what's prickly like a cactus? And it was like a hedgehog. So So I was like, I'm gonna draw cactuses drawing out of a hedgehog. And then
Okay.
I was thinking about how cool cactus fruit are.
As you do.
They're so spiky and juicy and colourful.
Delicious.
I was like, this is wonderful inspiration. So, yeah, this is me sketching in some cactus fruit. Look at all those spikes.
Are the cactuses growing out of him?
Yes.
Or so he hasn't like walked through a cactus bush and got cactuses stuck to him?
He's a magic hedgehog.
He's a magic hedgehog. One thing to note as well, the pen that Steph's using, she gets asked it a lot. It's a Mangaka Flexible, and is it, because I can't tell, is it the black one or the sepia one?
It's a sepia one, but on screen it actually looks
It looks pretty dark,
yeah.
Which is a shame, but it is like a really nice like tan colour.
Although I do sometimes mix it up with the black one as well.
I wanted to slow this down because I love your lines, dear.
Oh really? Because I was wobbling quite a bit in a few of these.
No, I thought it was really cute.
There was like one fruit in particular where I really had a good
God.
shake around.
I hope I haven't slowed down that one. So, with your cactus fruit, dear, can you name any of these?
Oh, this one that I'm inking right now, that one's, I think it's meant to be a dragon fruit.
Oh, is a dragon fruit a fruit from a cactus?
I believe so.
Oh, the more you know. I didn't know that. Guys,
Yeah.
have you ever had dragon fruit or cactus water?
Have you ever ate cactus?
We've had cactus water before.
Oh yeah, there was a really fancy drink we once had.
It tasted like poo.
Tasted like cactus.
But, yeah, I think,
It was like naturally pink as well.
which really confused me. It kind of worried me.
Although the colours of like all these fruits doesn't surprise me.
Well, you did such a beautiful job with painting, as we are showing right now. Did you colour these true to what the fruit is, or did you just sort of go ham on it?
I looked at like a bunch of references first, then sort of like closed my phone, and then just sort of tried to work off like my memory of what those things like look like.
Oh, yeah, because the one on his back kind of looks like a burger. It's like a spiky patty and some buns.
Well, I've painted it green, so it would be a very mouldy
Oh,
burger.
well, to me it looks very appetizing.
But I know with your eyesight, greens and oranges and browns all kind of look similar.
Everything just looks delicious. So, like, because you spent quite a while, obviously, with these paints, and we're trying to sell them as the best paints for beginners. When you were using these, a negative I feel that we should mention, because it is important to people, the pros and the cons. These on expensive paper, which I guess all paints do, but these paints in particular stay very wet for a long time.
I don't know if, because I'm so used to using like one particular type of paper, so
Yeah.
I feel like I can't judge them until I've tried it on like my true and tested.
Well, that's the thing as well, because like we work very differently. Like you like really like you said, like slapping on the colour and stuff, whereas I really like watering it down. So everything that I paint tends to buckle and gets very wet and takes forever to dry. But from my experience, the paints take a really long time to dry, and I think that's a bit of a negative because I'm impatient and I want to paint stuff.
But I think that's just because you water yours down so ridiculously.
Oh, okay. So basically, there are no negative traits in these paints.
No, I can think of a negative.
Oh, God.
It's not a personal negative. Well, every time we upload something to do with like these paints, there's always at least one person in the comments who yells at us, "These aren't watercolours, they're glue."
And they're not glue, they're watercolours.
Well, maybe they are. They're a different consistency to like what.
When I bought them, on the box it says they're watercolours.
But they're definitely advertised as like watercolours. So maybe there might be some specifics that this is glue. Can someone clear this up for us? Who is it in our comment section who keeps saying
Is there a glue expert in the comments that can help us? The box says watercolours, so that is what I'm gonna keep calling them, unfortunately.
And these are a Japanese brand as well.
Yes.
At least I believe they're a
Of course they are! Oh my god!
No, I just remember once before asking what they were, and I'm sure people commented saying that they're Japanese.
Yes, they are, yeah. And they're very cool, and they're very good for your money, and they last forever.
One of my favourite things about them as well is this like aqua colour that I'm using right now. Like that's kind of a rarish colour to try and find. Especially
Yeah, you
with, like,
love that one. You
watercolours.
use that all the time. Yeah, you love that one, and it's only ever been in that set.
I mean, with like professional watercolours and even sort of like washes and stuff, you can sort of invest money to get some really fancy colours. But I'm just impressed like for the price that you can get like a nice student grade like is it an aqua or like a, it's not cobalt, cobalt's very blue, isn't it?
It's like sea green.
Yeah, I guess it's like a tropical sea.
Yeah, see? I'm trying to just trying to sound intelligent.
Well, that's cool.
I really like as well, I worked in a very limited palette. I just used blue and orange and a bit of pink. I think you showcased what the paints can do a lot better in yours, so.
Well, normally with something like this, I'd get like a swatch card up or something and get a feel for like what colours I specifically want to use.
Yeah.
Especially like with markers, I find it easier to have that control. But with watercolours, because things like blend together and stuff, I couldn't really be bothered like coming up with like a very specific colour palette.
That's fair enough, dear.
So instead, because like so many of the cactuses are all really bright and colourful, I just wanted to throw lots of colours in and just see how it goes.
It works. It's like a beautiful cactus accident. Well, guys, I hope that you have found... Was this a review? Basically, it's really good. They're really good paints, and I hope you like them.
And don't forget to check us out on Patreon.
It's good. You get things.
And it supports us.
Goodbye.
Bye, art friends.